I'm completely crushed and devastated. My wife is very sick with cancer, and the doctors say she will die in just a few short months. It's hard to believe, but she seems okay with this and even looks happy about it sometimes. I don't understand how she can be so calm. I've been with her all the time since we found out she was sick, barely leaving her side. I went to every single treatment with her, sat through all the long hours of chemotherapy, and was there to hear all the bad news from the doctors. Before she got sick, we did everything together as a couple. We went on regular dates, played board games at home, tried new restaurants in town, traveled to different countries, and we have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter who we both adore. My wife grew up very poor, in a really tough situation, and we met by chance one day. She was working as a waitress at a small diner, and I fell in love with her right away. It was like something out of a movie. She seemed to like me back quickly, and then we started dating. Before I knew it, we were married and starting our life together. But now, as she's facing the end of her life, my wife has told me something that has shaken me to my core. She says she never really loved me, not in the way I loved her. She liked me as a person, but she didn't love me romantically. She didn't love anyone else either, but I wasn't the right person for her heart. She just married me to get out of being poor and have a better life. To her, we were like friends who lived together and sometimes had sex and went on dates. But for me, she was the love of my life, my soulmate, and my whole world. Everything I did was for her. Now I have to deal with losing her to cancer and knowing this heartbreaking information at the same time. It's almost too much to bear. I also have to learn how to be a single dad soon, which terrifies me. I feel tricked, like I'm the biggest fool in the world, and my heart is completely broken. Despite everything, I still love her deeply, and I wish she could live so we could work on our relationship and fix these feelings. I've been desperately trying to make her love me in her last days, doing everything I can think of, but it's not working. She's just content with her life as it is. She even asked me not to visit anymore, saying she wants to spend her final days alone, but I can't bring myself to stay away. It's tearing me apart. I wish with all my heart that she never told me this painful truth. I understand that she wanted to clear her conscience before she died, but I could have lived without knowing this information. It would have been better that way. All my cherished memories of her are different now that I know she was just using me and never really loved me. If she had started to love me later in our marriage, I would have been okay with that. I would have been fine with her using me at first if she had fallen in love with me over time, but she didn't. It never happened. I wish she never told me and took this secret to her grave. I want to remember her as my loving wife, not as someone who lied to me for our entire relationship. She was a great woman in so many ways, except for what she did to me. This was the only bad thing about her, but it's a really big thing that overshadows everything else. She never cheated on me. She was really good at pretending to be in love, and she made me feel like the most important and loved man in the world every single day. She didn't waste my money or take advantage of me financially. She got her own education with her own hard work and became a nurse. She did it all herself. She just used me as a stepping stone to get there and kept pretending to love me. She could have left me after she got a good job and was financially stable, but she didn't. She stayed with me all these years. I wish she had kept not hurting me by never telling me this painful truth. Now I don't know how to feel or what to think about our entire life together.